Here we go. We welcome you into a beautiful Monday afternoon here in West New York, New Jersey, where your Memorial Tigers are set to face off against the North Bergen Bruins. We welcome you in. This is WHIT Podcasting. I'm Caden Drummiller, and we are just moments away from first pitch as Alexis Martinez, your starter for Memorial, gets set on the mound. It's Xavier Jaregi in the box, and first pitch on the way, taken for strike one. 4:40, your time of first pitch. A little bit late, but that's okay. A beautiful afternoon as strike two is called against Xavier. 78 degrees and partially cloudy right now is the forecast. There's a chance of rain in the next hour, but hopefully that will stave off. For right now, though, we're enjoying our best weather in quite a while. The 0-2 pitch as Alexis sets on the mound once again. Xavier steps out. He'll call a timeout. Memorial looking to stay sharp early, coming off two consecutive losses at home this Friday and Saturday. The 2-2 called strike three, and Martinez starts it off about as good as you can. Three pitches. Xavier swung at none, and all of them touching some part of the strike zone. One out here in the top of the first. This is the last of four consecutive home games here for the Tigers, which they're 1-2 as of right now. That one lined out to center, but caught by Fernandez. No problem. Straight to him. Great exit velo off the bat from Jaregi there, but not too great on placement. Two straight almost as Marcos Perez steps into bat, the junior, who's also a pitcher, but won't be throwing any today. His pitch count is exhausted. He threw 52 on Wednesday, which doesn't meet the 150 he would need for mandatory rest, but the 52 means he does have to sit for at least 3 days. As that pitch fired in, called strike, that brings the count to 1-1 here with two outs in the top of the first. Martinez a chance to get out of this one pretty quickly. Martinez hitting nothing but the zone. A great strike percentage so far. That one just misses inside. And Martinez will step off. No runners on, two outs, 2-1 is your count. Alexis inhales, kicks the pitch. That one low as well. Gets by. No runners on, as we said, won't be an issue. That's Elion Grulon, the senior, behind the plate. He'll be catching today as the count shifts now to 3-1. Martinez ready again. The pitch swung on, driven out to center field. That's going to split the gap. It'll go all the way to the wall, and that is going to be a stand-up double, potentially a triple. No, they'll say stop. He runs through the sign, and that ball not able to be caught by the pickoff man. And no harm done there by the Bruins. They run through the sign, third base with two outs now the situation. And Memorial so close to getting out of it, but a Marcos Perez triple extends the inning. And now Brantley Collado, the first baseman, pitcher, and senior, steps up to the plate with the runner on third. No one covering, a chance to take a pretty big lead. Martinez delivers. That one dropped, won't get the call. Slightly outside. And the count now 1-0. Here, still scoreless in the first. Alexis steps off Memorial, but in both of these past two losses, have not scored the first run. And two out runs have been a big problem as of recent. As that one low as well, count moves to 2-0. Alexis Martinez trying to get out of this first inning scoreless. Delivers the 2-0 pitch. That one high. Count shifts up to 3-0. Empty based on first. That would put runners on the corners, and we've seen these past couple games how that goes. The runner on first usually swiping second without a throw. The 3-0 finds the zone. Martinez not giving up any free bases as of yet. Martinez a 1.45 ERA on the season, the lowest on the team, and the 3-1 count goes low. Runners on the corner now with two outs, and it was a quick two outs. Only 5 pitches thrown to get those first two, and now the inning extending quite a bit. North Bergen, a chance to strike first with a base hit. Martinez, the righty, can't directly see any first base runners. That one gets by him. And going to second, again, as we said, without a throw, is Andres Jimenez. And runners on second and third now. Martinez sets 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch does find the zone. And the count 1-1. Second and third. The flag not moving in center. That one outside in quite a bit. Count shifts now to 2-1. This is a divisional game for Memorial. Both of these teams residing in the HCIAL American Division. Both 1-1 so far in games they have played. The 2-1, that's low. Count shifts up to 3-1. 1 pitch away from loading the bases here with 2 outs in this so far scoreless first. Memorial's record sits at 3-3, 3-4. North Bergen 3-3. Martinez, the 3-1, swung on and pops back. That'll move the count full. And for the first time in this inning, Memorial 1 strike away from finishing it off, going back to the dugout unscathed. After what was a first that seemed it would be over quite quickly, has stirred up some trouble for the Tigers. A 3-2 count on the way. Martinez kicks, delivers. That one popped out to right and over the head. This is going to score 2. And stopping at second, standing up, is Angel Villalona. The score now 2-0 here in the first inning. That ball just about a foot over his head, all the way to the wall. And what would have been the inning-ending catch. Now, 2 runs scored, and still a chance for more here for the Bruins. Tomas Perez now at the plate. Martinez staring the runner down at second, who doesn't have a man there to get it, and that one just fouled down the left field baseline. What would have been at least a double, probably a triple, and easily scoring that run from second is a couple inches to the left, about 15 feet down from the third base bag. Memorial catching a break there. Cameron Perez now comes in the game as a pinch runner. He'll take over on second as the 0-1 can't find the zone. That one just inside. Count now 1-1. The Bruins lead 2-0 here in the top of the first with 2 outs and a runner on second. Martinez sets, looks the runner, pitches. That one drilled, but caught by Danny Diaz at short, and the damage is limited to 2 runs. That's going to do it for us here in the top of the first. Bruins 2, Memorial coming up. We're back here for the bottom of the first. Memorial hoping to get some runs back after that top of the first that went wrong 2/3 of the way into it. Cuevas stands in the righty's batter's box. He's the leadoff hitter for Memorial today. He takes that one for strike one. It's Alejandro Gonzalez on the mound here for the Bruins. And he delivers the 0-1 that finds the plate as well. That moves the count to 0-2. Cuevas showed bunt and took it back just as the pitch was coming in. If anything, he probably thought it was going to go low. That not the case. Cuevas ready to face the 0-2. Swings, pops one just in the reach. And Memorial leadoff hitter goes down on a line-out pop-up hybrid to Tomas Perez over on second. Danny Diaz now in the box. Gonzalez gets his first batter out, drills the strike zone on the start of his second batter, Danny Diaz, also a righty. So is Gonzalez 60 feet away on the pitcher's mound. Kicks the 0-1. That one hits the zone as well. Gonzalez, who is probably one of the faster pitchers Memorial has seen so far this season. He's pitched 10 and a third so far this year for the Bruins, a 4.06 ERA through that, as that one bounces before it can find the plate. Count moves to 1-2. He's allowed 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 8 walks, and he's got 8 strikeouts through his 195 pitches. That one lined down the left field line. It's going to stay fair all the way to the wall on a 4 or 5 bounces, and Diaz is going to be in at second sliding. Memorial with 1 out in the bottom of the first, now showing signs of life of their own. Danny Diaz, a nice hit, and Memorial, a runner in scoring position. Now your starting pitcher, Alexis Martinez, is going to take his spot at the plate, hoping to drive in Memorial's first run of the day. Scoring early, an issue for the Tigers as of late. No runs in their Friday game, and it took them all the way till the 4th on Saturday to start touching home plate. The Bruins will meet at the mound for a brief moment. And now we're ready to get back to baseball. The flag, which was blowing a little bit previously, is now completely calmed down. No wind here in West New York. Martinez batting .364 so far on the season. Takes that one way high. Martinez 8 hits on the year, all of them singles. Could certainly use one right now in all likelihoods. Would bring in Diaz from second. That one popped up down the first base side. Going to be out of play by 30 or 40 feet. Hits the roof of Miller Stadium. Gonzalez steps off the mound for a brief moment. Stares at Diaz, who's got about an 8-foot lead on second. Delivers that one. Martinez swings barely, gets a piece of it, fouls it straight back on a couple bounces before it hits the backstop. That'll move the count to 1-2 here with 1 out. Memorial down 2 runs, but a runner on second. Diaz takes his lead again. No one covering. Now they will. Perez shifts over the option to pick off available. He'll deliver, though. And that one, a called strike 2. No, strike 3, excuse me. Martinez tried to stay in the box, but he was found out in not too long. Louis Pantaleon now steps up to the plate, trying to score some runs here for Memorial. If there's anyone who can tie it up in this situation with Memorial down 2 and a runner on, it's him. He's got 2 home runs so far on the season. His last one just this Saturday, he drilled one over the left field fence, which stands just 5 foot shy of the Green Monster. He takes a hard hack at the first pitch, goes down 0-1 in the count. Gonzalez looks back, delivers the pitch. That one's high. Count evens up. A little bit of a breeze now. Starting to pick up here in West New York. We said rain might come. The 1-1 swung on and missed again from Pantaleon. Got by the catcher, though, on that miss. Diaz thought about third, but would not have been a wise decision if he went. Base running mistakes have been quite an issue for Memorial these past couple of games. A lot of runners thrown out at home. Gonzalez now 1 pitch away from getting out of this first after he gave up a double with 1 out. The pitch, 1-2. That one is going to be inside, to the dislike of everyone in the Bruins dugout. But we will play on. Count 2-2 now. Pantaleon looking to do some damage here in the first inning. That one taken low. Count goes full, an empty base over on first, and some showers that are picking up quite quickly. All the fans that were sat quite close to this. Yeah, it's really picking up here. All the fans moving back. Only about the last 8 or so rows here in Miller are covered. We'll see if this impacts pitching at all. It should, as the field starting to get a little wet. Gonzalez is going to step off, and Pantaleon backs out of the box as well, both facing some mid-at-bat climate changes. The count full. Runner on second. 2 outs here in the first. Pantaleon swings, fouls that one back. We'll do it again. It's quite an aggressive shower of rain, but these usually move on pretty quick. We'll keep you updated. Gonzalez kicks the delivery. That one high, and Pantaleon takes his base. 2 now on for Memorial. First and second, Diaz remains where he is. And it's Jefferson Del Valles who's now was given a chance to make an impact on this game early. He's had 9 at-bats. He's got a hit in 4 of them, batting .211 so far this season with a .263 slugging. Rain still coming down. The basketball courts just across the street from Miller Stadium have been all but vacated. That one of the faster pitches we've seen all day, but it's high by about a foot. Gonzalez readies the pitch. That one high as well. And consistently throwing strikes up until there were about 2 outs in this inning. Control becoming a little bit of an issue now. A lot of that probably accredited to this rain that has calmed down a little bit since it started about a minute ago. Del Valle stands in, swings his bat across his arm a couple of times. The pitch comes in. That one finds the zone. Count now 3-1. 3 RBIs on the season so far for Del Valle. 3 singles and a double. He's been hit and walked once. Swings on that one, popped up in the infield, should be playable. And chasing over it, it's dropped! And a run is going to score for Memorial. A ball that hung up in the air for about 10 seconds cannot find the glove of either of the three Bruins who were all over on the third base line trying to make a play on it. It looked foul just based off where everyone was running for quite a bit. But either misjudgment or that ball moving back into play is going to be the cause of Memorial's first run, and runners now on the corners after that error from the Bruins. Memorial now a chance to make that one-run mistake so far, have a little bit more damage to it. Gonzalez steps off, looks Del Val back to first, who gives himself a safe call. That one comes in. First pitch strike for Gonzalez. And the sun now back in full force. Still a little bit of rain. Nothing to be concerned about, though. The 1-0, that swung on and missed on quite a low pitch. The count now 0-2. Runners on the corners, first and third. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Memorial down 1, trying to make this error from the North Bergen defense count. Gonzalez kicks the pitch. Timeout called just before it was delivered. Rulon at the plate. He'll take that one low and outside. Count now 1-2. Echevarria, a single would easily score a run and tie this game here. Gonzalez, the 1-2. That one, a called strike 3. Alvaro goes down looking. Runner stranded on the corners, but not before Memorial gets one back. The score now, Memorial 1, Bruins 2 as we head to the second. It's time we head to the second here in West New York, New Jersey. The first pitch from Martinez to start this inning off is going to be high. And so we open the inning with a 1-0 count. Memorial down a run here to start the second. That one drilled, and it's going to take a hop right before second base, head into center field, and North Bergen has their lead runner on base. A single to start off the inning. And that'll bring Kendry Gonzalez up to the plate now, a senior who pitches and also can play the infield. That one ripped out into right, but caught off almost no steps. Memorial has their first out. That's Oliver Rivera making that catch out in right. Excuse me, Carlos Laura out in right. Rivera taken out at the end of last inning. Martinez checks back to first. Pickoff not successful. Pitch to Lopez. That one is going to find the zone. And the count 0-1 to start off this at-bat. Double play within the inning, Memorial. Not too many of those, though, in recent memory. Defensive sloppiness, certainly an issue in recent games. That one finds the zone as well, and Lucas Lopez, the junior, suddenly finds himself in an 0-2 count. Martinez, room to work. As he winds, he'll throw a pickoff attempt again. That one not close. Gonzalez back standing. Martinez delivered. That one, Lopez swings on, chopped just foul, and sits at the start of the Memorial dugout on the third base side. Martinez, if he can finish this one off, would be his first scoreless inning of the day here in the second. Delivers that one just a smidge high. Count now 1-2. Weather's all cleared now, a shadow, but that is just from the outline of Miller Stadium. That's about halfway from the pitcher to home plate. That one popped up, should be playable. Pantaleon calls for it out and left and just gets under it to make the catch. Caught that one still on a slight jog, no time to plant his feet. Nevertheless, he makes the catch. Memorial 1 out away from finishing this one. The only threat, a runner on first. And the Bruins now back to the top of their order as the righty Rivera takes his spot in the batter's box. Martinez ready, delivers the pitch. That one, a chopper to third. Alvaro gets it, but it's bounced and can't be caught. Going to third, and that one bobbled as well. Trying to advance to second, and going off the bag. That's going to do it. Base running frenzy as bobbled throws from almost all of the Memorial infield can't seem to find a glove. And North Bergen getting a little bit too aggressive. He was there in time over on the throw to second. But the infield umpire is going to say his foot came off the bag, and the tag applied from Danny Diaz held on the whole way through. And that is how the top of the second ends. What would have been An embarrassing and quite devastating play for the Memorial defense. Ends up with them getting bailed out by the Bruins base running. That'll do it for us here in the top of the second. We head down to Memorial's second at bat. We're back for the bottom of the second here in West New York. Carlos Laura opening the batting for Memorial, who was swapped in, as we said, at the end of the first. Gonzalez looking to have his first inning with no runs, as an error in the infield on a pop-up with 2 outs is the source of Memorial's run that they scored earlier. The score now 2-1. And the first pitch of the inning just finds the zone. Second pitch doesn't. The count now 1-1. Gonzalez ready. Kicks and the pitch. That one they're going to say just high. Laura takes. And Laura ahead of the count at the start of this second inning. Gonzalez delivers that one and sends Laura flying as it was headed straight for his shins. They're going to say he got out of the way of it, but the count now 3-1. Laura 1 pitch away from drawing a walk to start this inning. Laura 15 at-bats, yet to get a hit, though. He's scored 3 runs as he's been hit by a pitch and walked. He's stolen a base as well. That one can't find the zone either. The 3-1 pitch goes a miss, and Laura is on base to start this second inning here for Memorial. As we said, a stolen base, not afraid to run. How great it would be to put a runner in scoring position here with no outs. Gonzalez takes a check over at Laura on first. And setting up for the bunt, pulling it back, though. It won't happen. That ball quite a bit high. Elijah Beeman, the junior at bat, we saw him pitch for quite a while on Saturday in Memorial's 9-8 loss to Fort Lee. Pulls that bunt attempt back as well, but the home plate umpire is going to say it found the strike zone. The count evens up 1-1. Gonzalez delivers the 1-1 count. That one, again, a taken strike from Beeman. Didn't show bunt this time, was ready to hit, but just watched it go by. And number 1 on the Bruins steps off the mound and make sure Laura isn't getting too greedy with his lead. Gonzalez delivers that one ripped over on the first base side. Lopez trying to make a play on it, but it's too far in foul territory for him to reach. Count will stay at 1-2. Laura steps off, takes his lead. The 1-2 pitch, that one taken just a little bit high. Beeman stays alive in his first at bat of the day to count 2-2. That one swung on and missed from Beeman. Gonzalez gets a swinging strikeout for his first out here in the second inning. Beeman, who's batting .667, but only 3 at-bats, that's his fourth, so that'll move it down to 500. Stepping off and forcing Carlos Laura back to the bag. He does it again. Gonzalez, the pitch, that one fouled back. It'll leave the stadium. Takes a bounce off the roof and then heads out. Laura tried to steal there. After quite a few pitches of waiting on first, he gets antsy, makes a move, but ball goes foul. He'll have to head back. Count 0-1 here with 1 out. Memorial down 2-1, so still plenty of time in this inning for Laura to make a move. The pickoff attempt there a little late. Gonzalez very, very concerned, it seems like, as he tries the pickoff attempt again. And Laura taking some abuse there. So did the base. It came off its footing, so a timeout will be taken to put that back in place. But on both of those throws, the ball headed straight for Laura's body, and Lopez, who stands on first, tagging, keeping all that momentum on the ball that has been hitting Laura's helmet. Gonzalez sets this at bat going for about 2 minutes now. Only one pitch has been thrown. That one inside. They'll try a back pick this time over to first, which Laura makes it back to with plenty of time to spare. A lot of pickoff attempts, none particularly close to getting Laura out. And only one stealing attempt. They'll do it again. And Laura, as well as Memorial's first base coach, getting frustrated with how hard Lopez has been applying these tags. Just absolutely slapping Laura on the back, helmet, arm, wherever it is. And Lopez moving the base back. Laura takes off this time. The throw gets him with plenty of time, but he drops the ball on the tag. Laura will be safe at second base as the tag was there with plenty of time to spare, but falls out of the glove of Tomas Perez. And it appears on that attempted tag apply, he hurt his wrist. That's what they're looking at now, standing just in front of the second base bag. Seemed like Lopez throughout that whole at bat would move the first base bag with his foot to make that just a couple more inches when they would do those pickoff attempts that Laura would have to slide to get in safely. All that, though, the pickoff attempts, the hard tags to no avail. Laura swipes second, and the at-bat finally resumes on the 2-1 count. That one finds the zone count, now 2-2, with a runner now in scoring position, the tying runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the second. That one high, the count goes full. Catcher erupts from his position trying to throw a back pick, but no one there. Ball would have just gone straight into center field. The count full, 1 out, empty base on first. Swung on and missed. That will be the second out there for Gonzalez. Both of them so far on batters going down swinging. Fernandez will head back to the dugout, and now Memorial back to the top of their order with Christian Cuevas taking his spot in the righty's batter's box. Gonzalez steps off. He'll call for his catcher to come over and have a chat. After that conversation, now Cuevas having a chat with the home plate umpire. And now Rivera, Memorial's head coach, is going to come over and have a chat of his own. Something about Cuevas' helmet. It looks like he's going to switch it out for a new one as the North Bergen defense warms up now with Gonzalez just throwing it around the infield. Cuevas didn't have an ear protector. That was the issue. Seems he's found one that fits him that does. And we will resume play here at Miller Stadium. Again, a runner on second. Clean count for Cuevas. Memorial down 1. That one scrambles away on the low pitch a few feet away. Cuevas thought about it. He won't go, though. Didn't scramble too far. Gonzalez ready. That one way high. And Gio Morales, the catcher for North Bergen, keeps popping up quite quickly to scare Laura into going back, but no one covering second on any of those times that he's done that. And the 2-0 high and inside, Cuevas has to back out of the box. Count now 3-0. An empty base on first to walk here would put runners on first and second. And now finally throwing a pickoff attempt that goes into center field to hit off Laura's kneecap, and he will get to third with no problem. Gonzalez, who was way too relaxed on that throw, absolutely no urgency. Seemed like it was just almost a routine play to him. No intention of getting him out, just wanted to scare him and get him back on the bag. He hits Laura. Ball goes into center field and into no man's land as it lost a lot of its speed off the leg of Laura. That one finds the strike zone, the 3-1 pitch. Grounded, and it's going to be stopped, but a way wild throw. Cuevas reaches first, and the tying run is scored for Memorial. The score now 2-2. Here in the bottom of the second, a great play by North Bergen's second baseman, getting to that ball, but threw it completely sitting down with his legs extended. And that ball just went straight from where he was sitting, which was about 10 feet to the left of the first base bag from a second baseman's point of view. Diaz, now the batter. Gonzalez steps off. Cuevas taking his lead. Gonzalez checks on the runner. He'll deal. Cuevas runs. The throw to second is in time, and that's how the bottom of the second is going to end. Cuevas thrown out on an attempt to steal second base. Won't happen, though, but the Tigers score another run, and that will tie up the game. Both teams at 2 as we head to the third. We're back here. We begin the top of the third here in West New York, New Jersey. The temperature down about 4 degrees since first pitch. Still sunny about everywhere but the home plate. Should encompass the pitcher's mound in about 5-10 minutes or so. The first pitch sails just a little bit high, and the count 1-0 to start the third inning. Martinez, a clean slate in the second after allowing 2 in the first. The second pitch low, that'll make the count 2-0. Martinez steps off the mound, takes a breather for a couple of seconds. Kicks the 2-0. That one just a little bit inside. None of Martinez's 3 pitches so far able to find the strike zone. Walks, not been too much of an issue for him so far on the season. That one just clips the lower part of the strike zone. Count now 3-1. Only 3 walks on the season for Martinez. None so far today. As he sets up for the 3-1. That one just outside. That'll put a runner on first here with no outs in the top of the third. Still a tied game. As Martinez now hoping to reset from that. Marcos Perez now steps into the box for the Bruins. One of the 3 Perez's on this team. No idea if there's any relation or not. That one gets by. And a no throw will be made over to second base. The Bruins now a runner in scoring position with no outs. A chance to take the lead. Eliminates the double play possibility as well. Martinez trying to keep this game at a tie. Perez awaits the 1-0. A check swing on that one. They're going to say he went. That'll even up the count 1-1. As not a great lead being taken over on second. He creeps up, shuffling. They have a man covering. Martinez could throw if he wants to. Instead, he'll deliver the 1-1 swung on and missed. And that shifts the count to 1-2. Martinez, one strike away from his first strikeout of the day. All of his first 6 outs coming from the field. Martinez stares the runner back. Waits, kicks the pitch. That one popped up in the infield. Martinez heading over, and the catch is dropped. It's fumbled just about 6 feet to the right of the first base bag, and the defensive blunders continue here for the Tigers. Runners not able to advance. The situation now first and second. No outs. Again, and Martinez, who shifted over quite a bit, certainly not his ball. Elijah Beeman playing first today was the one at the end making that play, but just hitting off the top of his glove. That one jumps off home plate, and both runners will advance with no throw. Second and third now, 2 in scoring position. An unlucky bounce for Martinez there, hit off just the front part of home plate and bounced over into the netting. And that allows both runners to move up 90 feet. The leading run stands on third. That one, fastball from Martinez, finds the lower part of the strike zone, evens up the count at 1-1. Infield is in, trying to keep this game where it is. That one finds the strike zone as well. Count now 1-2. Martinez 1 strike away from getting his first out of this inning. Looks over to third, delivers. That one swung on and missed. Dropped. They'll have to make the throw over to first, and that they do. The tag is applied by Beeman, and Memorial has their first out, and they keep both runners right where they are. The base open on first, so the double play still not a possibility for Memorial, which would be their only way to end this inning with force outs. But instead, the situation now 1 out, runners on second and third in this 2-2 game here in the top of the third. First pitch is going to be inside. And the count 1-0 to start us off. A walk would load up the bases, but as we said, would also make the double play a possibility. That one finds the zone. Count is even as the infield stays in. Martinez with a 1.45 ERA up to the start of this game. Gets a swing and a tip off that one. That's going to dribble a couple feet behind home plate. Martinez, who got his first strikeout last at bat, looking to do it again. As that one popped up down the first base line, it's going to be foul. Hits off the clubhouse about 250 feet down the line. As we said, the infield in, and about a 30-foot lead was being taken over at second. The 1-2 pitch coming in again. Swing, and that one's fouled back. We will do it once more. Sun stays out. The wind's picked up just a little bit. The flag out in center field, pointing right just a few degrees. Alexis delivers. That one is going to find some dirt before it can find anything else. The count evens up at 2-2. Alexis knows a sac fly ties this game. He's aiming for the strikeout. He's done it once. He'll step off. And the home plate umpire is going to go have a talk with the North Bergen dugout. It seemed they had too many people standing just outside of it. They'll get a warning, nothing more. And we'll be back into play in just a couple seconds. Alexis readies again. The 2-2 count. We've seen 8 pitches so far this at-bat. That one swung on and chopped off the dirt. That is going to score 2 runs. No, they'll hold the runner at third. And they try to throw back to third late, but able to slide in. North Bergen takes the lead here off a ball hacked, I believe, off a bounce. Chasing a ball that in no way should be hittable, but driven past the Memorial infield in between Alvaro and Diaz, who stand at both shortstop and third base, and into right field to score a run. Bruins 3, Tigers 2 now, a third of the way through this third inning. Runners on the corners. Martinez delivers, runner on first won't go. And that ball unable to find the strike zone. It's low and outside. Martinez trying to work his way out of this inning that's been going on for quite a while now. That one gets by, and swiping second, not a problem. 2 runners now in scoring position here. A chance to make it a 5-2 game. The infield stays in. They haven't gone out since the beginning of this first inning, where they had runners on second and third. This is the third consecutive batter they've been in for. That one swung on and missed. Martinez has his first strike of the at-bat. The count now 2-1, and the runners, all of which residing on second base, taking extreme leads due to the fact that the infield is in. Martinez kicks the pitch. That one gets by. They're going to try for home. Martinez covers, and there's no time to make a play. That is going to be how the Bruins get their 4th of this game. They swipe home. Runner moves up to third. It looked like Elion Grulon, the senior catcher, was fumbling with that ball a little bit by the backstop. And Martinez, who was covering home, didn't even get the ball thrown to him before the run crosses the plate. Memorial, who dug themselves out of a 2-run deficit in the first 2 innings of this game, now back to the same thing. Popped up to Diaz over at short. He makes the play with no chance for either of the runners to move. Excuse me, the only runner to move over on third base. And now Memorial with 2 outs. Martinez is ready to face this new batter that's runner takes his lead off third. Alvaro not covering. Count 1-0. Second pitch comes in. That one can't find the zone either. It's low. And Martinez, especially this inning, been falling down in counts quite early and not able to recover from them. Only one has resulted in a walk, and that was at the start. But once these batters work their way ahead in the counts, it becomes ever increasingly easier to get a hit, and that's what they've done. Part of this, though, due to an error over on the first base side, a pop-up to Beeman at a point in this inning where there were no outs is a big reason why we're in this situation. It dropped off the top of his glove on a ball that hung up in the air for 6 or 7 seconds. Martinez trying to finish this one off in a 3-0 count right now, though. Runner has a base open at first. Won't be able to take it there, though. Martinez finds his first strike of the at-bat. The count now 3-1. With 2 outs, Martinez looking to keep the damage to only 2 runs. He finds the strike zone on that one, swinging, and the count now full. Alexis Martinez trying to finally get out of this inning that's been going for about 14 minutes. That one, though, is just a little bit high. And we will play on here in the top of the third. Now with runners on the corners. Head coach Danny Rivera is going to come out. That might do it for Martinez here today, as the rest of the infield comes to join in on this meeting. This is Kendry Gonzalez, the senior, who you may also expect to see on the mound later. His brother, Alejandro Gonzalez, pitching right now. Martinez is going to stay in this game. They've got Jefferson Del Val, the senior, warming up over on the third base side. And just moments away from resuming now. Gonzalez takes his spot, taps the plate with his orange bat. Martinez delivers. That one finds the zone, and a first pitch strike for the first at bat in a while. Alexis is ready. Kicks the pitch. That one grounded over, just over the glove of Martinez. And it's Alvaro that gets to it. He makes the play at first. Beeman catches it with a couple steps to spare. And that is how the third comes to an end. Not before the Bruins put 2 on the board and they strand a runner on third. In the bottom of the third, we saw North Bergen start their game off scoring 2 in the top of the first. Memorial made that up with a run in both the bottom of the first and the bottom of the second, but allowing 2 in the top of the third puts them in the same exact situation they started in. Danny Diaz is going to hope to restart the comeback process, and he starts this one evening up the count 1-1. Gonzalez remains the pitcher for the Bruins. He'll stay on the mound. All of his 110 pitches are available for use today. That one takes a bounce and moves the count up to 2-1 in favor of Diaz. Gonzalez sets, he's ready, and delivers that pitch low as well. That one outside too. Diaz a pitch away from seeing himself on first. Who is batting .389 on the season. And that one absolutely lasered in. Diaz barely gets a piece of it, fouls it right back into the fencing behind home plate. Gonzalez sets the pitch. That one grounded over to second, and it sneaks under the glove and out into right field. Diaz is going to see himself over to first base on an infield error from North Bergen. The full count ends up converting into a base hit for Diaz. And Memorial, just like last inning, has their leadoff hitter on base. Gonzalez is ready. We saw how many pickoff attempts he threw that time. Won't. And Diaz is going to swipe second on the first pitch of the at-bat. It ended up being a bouncer that got by all the way to the backstop, so Diaz is there standing without a throw. And Memorial starting it off, a runner 180 feet away from bringing this back to a one-run game. And Alexis Martinez is going to take that one to the back and take his spot on first base. And if there's any spot you would want Pantaleon to come up in, it's this one. I feel like I say it almost every at-bat, but the only one on this team with a home run so far, and he's got multiple of them. Doing one of those here would put Memorial in the lead if he could bring one 280 with some height to left, 400 to center, 300 with a lot less height required over in right. Memorial is going to have a moment to take a breather as North Bergen discussing strategy with their infield over on the pitcher's mound. Pantaleon steps into the batter's box now, struck out looking his first time up after we saw two aggressive swings and misses. Won't take a hack at the first one. It finds the zone, though. And Pantaleon finds himself down early. Runners take their leads off both first and second. And Gonzalez is going to step off. It seems like he wants a visit with this catcher. Yep, they'll talk right outside home plate after the umpire has a quick word. And North Bergen's left fielder playing quite close to the foul line. We saw him rip one down there on Saturday. Friday as well. That one low and outside. Count will even up. Gonzalez twisting his head back and forth as to check the runners. That one finds the strike zone. Pantaleon yet to swing the bat around so far in this at-bat. 3 pitches, 2 of them strikes. Gonzalez one away from finding his first out of this inning. Pantaleon, a swing and a miss, but it goes by. He's going to have a chance to make a run for first. And that one all the way out to right field. It's going to go out of play, it looks like. And Pantaleon stands on first. The runner goes home, but we'll see what's called. That one finds concrete. There's no barrier separating the grass from the concrete out in right field, and it went all the way there. Again, Pantaleon swung and missed, which should have been strike 3, but it dribbled over towards Memorial's dugout on the third base side after off the glove of the catcher, and then the throw, which was evidently rushed, goes a couple feet to the right of Lucas Lopez on first base. And no one there to back it up. And according to the call, they're going to put Pantaleon on third. A run will score, so just as they were as timeout was called. Memorial now 90 feet away from tying this game. Gonzalez delivers on the 0-1. That finds the zone. 0-2 now the count. And quite a few defensive blunders from both teams so far in this game. They've certainly been costlier on the North Bergen side of things. That one scoring a run, putting a runner on third who should be in the dugout right now. Four to three, your score through 2.5 innings. Memorial still no outs recorded. That will be the first as Jefferson Delval goes down swinging. Stack fly. Shortly hit ground ball in the infield still. Could score the tying run here. Gonzalez. The 1-0 swung on and missed on a ball that looked about shoulder height for Alvaro. Count will move up to 1-1. That one fouled back right off the fence on a fastball from Gonzalez. Count now 1-2. Gonzalez 1 out away from finishing this one off, bringing us to the 4th inning. That one popped up, headed our way over on the first base side. It will leave Miller Stadium. And Memorial trying to tie this game up. That one a called strike 3 to Alvaro. That will do it for us here in the 3rd inning. 18 outs through. Bruins lead it 4-3. Three innings have been completed here in West New York. We move to the 4th. Martinez remains in the game after allowing 4 runs through 3 innings. Lucas Lopez stands in the plate, and Alexis Martinez can't find the zone with his first pitch. That'll shift up the count in Lopez's favor, 1-0. Martinez sets the pitch. That one will. Martinez evens it up after 2 pitches. Trying to finally have a drama-free inning. None of those so far Each inning so far either ending with runners crossing the plate or in scoring position. Alexis delivers. That one swung on, not able to be caught. They'll have to throw it over to first, and that one goes high. Lopez thought about trying for second. He's not going to get greedy with it, but a similar mistake to North Bergen in Memorial's bottom half of the third inning. That one high on the throw. Beeman can't reel it in, and Lopez, after striking out, is not going to head to the dugout. Instead, he stands on first, advancing on the drop third strike. Martinez checks over on him. Lopez won't go. And showing bunt, but eventually pulling it back is Aiden Rivera, the 5'7" sophomore. We'll throw a pick back to first. No chance to get him. Beeman on the late tag. Not too much of a lead over on first and showing bunt again. Rivera pulls it back. Lopez remains on first. 1-1 count. North Bergen still leads by one here in the top of the fourth. Another pick attempt. Lopez, no recorded stolen bases so far on the season. And this is only his fifth at-bat so far of the season, one of the first games he's starting in. That one finds the zone on the 1-1. Just barely clipping the inside part of the plate. And that'll shift it up to 1-2 for Martinez. Rivera waits. The pitch swung on, grounded over to second. Possibility for two. They get one. They get two. 2 outs on a slick double play from this Memorial infield. Making some mistakes earlier, but 4-6-3 is the putout. Cuevas was the first to get it, tossed it over to Danny Diaz, and Beeman caught it to finish it off. That clears the bases now. Alexi 1 out away from bringing Memorial to their fourth batting opportunity of this game. We're about an hour and 40 minutes in. Certainly on the longer side so far. And the second pitch from Alexi, not able to find the zone either. Count now 2-0. He'll step off, take a brief walk over to the Tigers logo, wipes his face down a little bit, and glove in his right hand, he'll return. Martinez finally kicks, delivers the pitch. That one high as well. That'll make the count 3-0 here with 2 outs. Martinez finishing innings has certainly been an issue. Almost no problem getting to 2 outs, but no shortage of drama once he gets there. Alexi sets, kicks the 3-0. That one high as well. And North Bergen has another base runner with 2 outs. Marcos Perez now the batter. He has 15 at-bats so far. He's hit in 7 of them. That equates to a 467 batting average, an 800 slugging, and he's got 4 stolen bases so far, 2 walks. A junior at North Bergen High School. Takes the first pitch, in for a strike. The count 0-1. As Martinez checks back the runner, that pitch won't count. And it won't count because Martinez balked. That's a balk, and now with 2 outs, again, the Bruins have a runner in scoring position. A chance to extend the lead back to 2 with the base hit. Martinez, time again, he balked. Once more, 2 pitches, 2 balks for Alexi Martinez, and the runner on third, with no effort from himself, is now just 90 feet away from scoring North Bergen's 5th run of this baseball game. Can't do it again, and this is something that gets in a player's head, no doubt. That pitch, no balk, no strike either. The count evens up at 1-1. Alexi Martinez can't get in his own head. The shade encompassing most of the infield. Now a chopper over to third, and Alvaro can't find it in his glove. That's going to score a run. Tried to get to it a little too quick and scoop it off the infield grass, but all he does is hit it directly up. Catches his own self-made pop-up, but by the time it was in his throwing hand, no chance to throw over to first, no chance to throw over to home either. And North Bergen, a 2-run lead. But the runner takes off for second. No time to apply a tag. And North Bergen, who started this inning with 2 straight outs and nobody on, has scored a run and now has put a second in scoring position. What seemed to be quite a harmless inning to start it off has now produced North Bergen runs, but Alexis Martinez finds a strikeout there. And after a run scores, Memorial finishes it off. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, North Bergen 5, Memorial Tigers 3. Laura is going to start off the bottom of the fourth here for Memorial. One of the only lefties on the team he'll take for strike one. Gonzalez remains on the mound. He's gone 3 so far and gets a swing from Laura there, who taps that one back into the netting. Laura walked, and after about 6 or 7 pickoff attempts, stole second, took third on a wild pitch, and then ran home on a single. He's one of Memorial's 3 runs, and he takes that one outside the strike zone for ball 1. The count 1-2. Here, the leadoff batter for Memorial takes that one outside as well. The count 2-2. Just trying to get base runners. It's been tit for tat here ever since North Bergen scored their first 2. For every punch, North Bergen a counter punch. Memorial starting to chip at that lead again last inning, but North Bergen scoring 1 to match it. There in the top of the fourth, Laura takes a hack at that one as well. Fouls it back. We'll do the full count again. Gonzalez caresses the ball in his hands, takes off his glove, puts it back on, and we're ready to go. Full here to lead off the fourth. Laura trying to get men on. He swings. That one, a chance to sneak up. Fielded cleanly over just a few feet behind second base and thrown over. Lopez makes the catch with about 1.5 feet to spare. Laura goes down on a grounder. And Elijah Beeman is going to step up now with no men on, 1 out. Here, 4 innings in West New York. Gonzalez readies that pitch way high. It'll hit the fencing on the fly, still on its way up when it collided with the metal. Gonzalez gets the ball back in his hands. Beeman ready to see the second pitch of his at-bat. That one is able to find the strike zone. No swing from Beeman. Pitch number 3 will as well in the count that started off 1-0, now 1-2. No swings from Beeman so far this at-bat. And he'll take pitch number 4 just outside as well. This only his 5th at-bat of the season, in which of the first 4 he's hit 2 singles. Gonzalez ready. The count full. Beeman trying to get on base. He'll take that one outside for ball 4. And Memorial has a base runner here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Tying run now at the plate, and it's Rafael Fernandez who is going to try to advance these runners, get himself on, and cycle back towards the top of this Memorial lineup. Gonzalez checks. You know he's not afraid to throw pickoffs. None of them have gone wild so far. That's what he'll do. That one goes wild. And Beeman is going to head over to second. That one hit the concrete. They don't call it out of play, and there was a collision between Beeman and Lopez on first. Beeman hesitated for a little bit after, but no problem advancing afterwards. Both Lopez and Beeman look like are in a little bit of pain after that play, but Beeman advances to second. That's the end of it. And Rivera is going to have a talk with the infield umpire, and they're going to convene. It looks like they're talking about Lopez here. And Lopez, who it looked like might have thrown a punch in there at Beeman when they were collided. Over on the first base side is going to stay in this game. Gonzalez ready. That one lined over out to left, but foul by 3 or 4 feet. What certainly would have scored Beeman over from second is just foul on that swing from Rafael Fernandez. The opening pitch of his at-bat now moves to 0-1. That one low, and it got by. Luckily for the Bruins, it hit off the left leg of the home plate umpire and doesn't go all the way back to the backstop. Beeman, who was off for about half a second, turns around, goes back. Gonzalez takes a check. That one popped up behind home. It's going to go out of play. And the count 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fernandez takes a step out, takes some advice from Danny Rivera, the head coach for Memorial, also the third base coach. Umpire gets a replenishment of balls. Quite a bit of attendance here at Miller Stadium, including a man who sits right behind home plate in a suit. He sits alone. There's no one by his side. Just watching the game. Something's in his hands. I can't quite make it out. It looks like it might be a gun. Radar gun, that is. That pitch outside. Gonzalez ready. The runner on second takes his lead. The 2-2 count with 1 out. That one's fouled off towards the third base side, sends Rivera dancing a little bit. That one a called. Strike 3. Fernandez is going to go down looking. And that brings the situation now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Memorial trying to not strand Elijah Beeman on second base and bring this game back to 1 run. And Gonzalez, who stands on the pitcher's mound, looking to complete his fourth inning. And his first pitch fouled off. That will be a strike. We're back at the order, the top of the order, that is, for the third time today as Christian Cuevas steps in. Second baseman shifted over a little bit. He returns to his, or a little bit more of a normal position as the pitch comes in, trying to hold Beeman as close as he can over at second base. 1-1 count. And the 1-1 pitch fouled right back into the netting behind home plate. Gonzalez, one pitch away from getting through 4 innings, only allowing 3 runs. Readies. Takes a glance back. The 1-2. Swung on, popped up, and that will be out of play. Hits in the upper level of the stands here in Miller Stadium. Weather's cooled down a little bit. Certainly not cold, but that one swung on and missed. Cuevas goes down swinging, and that is how the fourth inning is going to end here in West New York. Memorial strands a runner on second. No runs scored. And your score still remains 5-3, North Bergen in the lead. We enter now the 5th inning here in West New York, New Jersey. Memorial High School down 2 runs to the North Bergen Bruins, who have scored 5. Memorial only 3. Starter Alexi Martinez still in this game. He's pitched 4 so far, allowing 5 runs. And he will start off the 5th as well. That one comes in, not finding the strike zone either, off the glove of Elijah Grulon. That one swung on and missed. That will bring the count to 2-2. Alexi Martinez, one pitch away from another strikeout. Sets, delivers the pitch. That one swung on, popped up our way over on the first base side. And that one fouled off. Count remains 2-2. We'll do it again. Martinez kicks the pitch, swung on, drilled out into left center field. That's going to split the gap all the way to the wall. And North Bergen is going to have a stand-up double here to start off the fifth inning. Marullo finds himself an extra base hit to start off the fifth. And looks like that is going to do it for Alexi Martinez. And a pinch runner now swapped in for North Bergen. A chance to extend their lead now further than they have all day. They've scored 5 runs, but the lead only ever as large as 2. They score here, that'll make it 3, a chance to do even more than that. It's going to be Angel Castano, the sophomore, to take relief for Alexi Martinez, who now warms up. Angel Castano has wrapped up his series of warm-up pitches before he now comes in here with a clean slate. A runner on second in the top of the fifth. The sophomore trying to keep this game within 2 runs here for the Tigers. And his first pitch comes in finding the strike zone. He'll start off his day in an 0-1 count. Castano checks, Back to second, peppers another one that's looked to be in about the same spot. That one just a tad low. Castano, he's thrown 54 pitches up to this outing, and that equates to 2 1/3. That one in low as well. Allowed 3 hits through those 2 1/3, and 5 have crossed the plate. Only 3 of those earned. 3 walks recorded as well. That puts his ERA at a solid 9.00 as he delivers again. That one low 2. That brings the count to 2-2 so far. All of his pitches, whether finding the zone or not, are on the lower half of the zone if they are in the zone. Castano pitches once again. That one fouled off over in the third base coach's box. And we'll do it again. Count remains 2-2. A runner in scoring position for the Bruins, who lead by 2 in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch, that one swung on and missed. Angel Castano starts his outing off with a K. First out of the inning here for Memorial. First out of Castano's start. Alexi Martinez, who was pitching before, now moved over to the first base position. Beeman taken out of this game. That one swung on, dribbled over. Is it going to stay fair? No, it won't. Stays on the infield dirt, but just about a foot or so foul. Count 0-1. And Castano trying to improve on his resume so far for his sophomore year. Certainly a lot of time to grow in the next 2 years he'll be here at this Memorial program if everything stays on track. Overall, a younger pitching staff for Memorial. They're only going to lose 2 to graduation, and that is Jefferson Del Val and Danny Diaz. He delivers once more. That one popped up into center field. Should be playable, and playable it is. Makes the catch. And that will bring the out total for this inning up to 2. Memorial 1 away. This inning looked a lot scarier than before Castano took the mound. What was once a runner on second with no outs is now a runner on second with 2 outs. 1 out, all they need to escape this one without a foot touching home plate and to keep the lead at 2. First pitch comes in. That one, a hack taken with some velocity, and Rivera fouls it back into the net. Hayden, the second baseman and pitcher, hoping to drive in an RBI. He'll take a big hack again. That one, no contact. And the count 0-2. What a start it would be to Castano's outing if he were to bring down the first 3 batters he faced. And he's 1 strike away from doing it now. Castano readies. Aiden Rivera waiting to see the 0-2 pitch. Castano kicks, delivers. That one swung on, grounded over to second. Diaz has it. He'll throw it over. And Martinez, who started this inning on the mound, makes the play at first. And that will do it for us here. We head now to the bottom of the 5th. Memorial still down 2. As we head now to the bottom of the fifth, Danny Diaz is going to start it off for Memorial on the batting side of things. Gonzalez, who has pitched 4 consecutive innings, he started this one off, is going to stay in this game. As Diaz takes a hack at the first pitch, sends it flying back and out of Memorial Stadium. Count 0-1. Memorial 2-run deficit that needs to be making up within the next 9 outs. Only 3 runs produced through 4 innings. And now relatively early in their lineup, they'll see Pantaleon bat this inning. How great it would be to put a runner on for him. The biggest ability to tie this game with one swing on this team stands in the hole. Gonzalez delivers that one. Popped up, might be playable for Lopez, who hustles over, but he will see that one hit the top of the clubhouse over on the first base side. Count now 1-2. Gonzalez trying to move through this 5th inning. As we said, he has all of his 110 available pitches. That one grounded, fielded it short. The play just in time. And Danny Diaz is out by about half a step at first base. And Martinez now is going to come up with 1 out and no men on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Martinez, who, as we said earlier, started and pitched 4 complete innings of this game, was taken out after he let up a double to start the 5th. And then took over in the first base position now. His 3rd at-bat of this game. As Lewy Pantaleon stands on deck. He would be the tying run. Gonzalez sets, kicks the pitch. That one bounces before it's even able to reach home plate. And the count evens up at 1-1. Gonzalez exhales, peppers that one right into the bottom of the zone. A quick strike there to bring the count to 1-2. Gonzalez, we said earlier how quick his pitches were. And he'll throw another fastball there. And looking for the call, but not getting it, the North Bergen dugout. Count now even again, this time at 2-2. Martinez trying to give Pantaleon a chance to tie this game. Chopper over to third, fielded cleanly and thrown cleanly. Lopez makes the catch and retires Alexi Martinez. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Lewy Pantaleon now stands in the righty batter's box, ties his gloves up together, grabs the bat from his teammate, which they share, taps it on his foot, steps in, and he's ready to see Gonzalez for the 3rd time today. First pitch of the at-bat sails way high. Pantaleon won't bite. Plate discipline, probably one of his biggest weaknesses. We saw him swing it to way outside in his first at-bat. He then went down looking. But 1-0 to start this one off. The second one is going to be inside. So Pantaleon, it's rare you see him up this much in a count, but 2-0 to start things off. Gonzalez the pitch. An absolute beamer. A fastball right down the middle of the plate. Pantaleon swings, but late on that one. The 2-1, same exact thing. Pantaleon just a little bit late on that swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Memorial still that 2-run deficit that's been hanging on almost this entire game, and Pantaleon tipped into the glove. And that will do it here for us. We head to the 6th, North Bergen 5, Memorial 3. We're back at Anthony Farinolo Field here in West New York, New Jersey. And North Bergen now with one of their last chances here at the plate, trying to build on the 5 runs they have put up through 5 innings. And those 5 runs so far granting them a 2-run lead over Memorial with 2 full innings left to play. Angel Castano, the sophomore, remains on the mound after coming in to relieve Alexi. With a runner on second, took North Bergen down 1-2-3, trying to do the same here. Just that one cannot find the strike zone. Neither can any of his first 3 pitches. And Castano went away from giving up a leadoff walk. Castano readies. The lefty delivers. And that one finds the zone. Count now 3-1. Castano, as we said earlier, 3 walks. And that pitch right there outside as well. That'll make it his 4th through 3.1 innings so far this season, including today's outing. And sometimes with walks, when it rains, it pours. That can't be the case here for Castano. He's got to keep the base paths as clean as he can. Every runner at this point, a potential run that was devastating to Memorial's hopes at winning this baseball game, trying to avoid losing their 3rd consecutive. That one bunted. Castano fields it. He'll throw it to first in time. They've got the runner at first. There will now be one at second, but an out is recorded. And Memorial one batter closer to heading back to their dugout. Castano Looks back the runner on second. That one high. He's going to go. The throw is going to have Lopez beat by a mile at third. Not a chance for him to squeak by that one. And even with a pass ball, Lopez unable to advance the 90 feet. Thrown out before he even reached the indentation of the dirt and the infield grass. And that is how Memorial records their second out of the inning. One away and the base path's clear. That one fouled right back to open the sixth batter that Castano is going to face today. All five of them have been put out one way or another. He's had only one base runner. That one, Lopez, who just got thrown out at third. And that one swung on. It'll be a base hit into center field. Nothing more, though. It's fielded cleanly out in center by Rafael Fernandez, who gets it back in quick. Marcos Perez now takes his spot in the righty's batter's box. The pitcher, the junior, hoping to have some impact. We've seen so many innings that seem harmless with two outs, and then North Bergen able to put together a string of hits. That one flied out to right, and the catch is made out in right by Carlos Laura, who only had to take a couple steps back and to his right. That is going to do it for us in the top of the sixth. North Bergen unable to get any runs across. No runners left on. And now we go to the bottom of the sixth. We welcome you all back. This is WHIT. I'm Caden Drummeller. And the situation now, North Bergen leads by 2 runs. The score 5-3 through 5.5 innings. Memorial has 6 more outs to score 2 more runs. If they want to send this game to extra innings, they're going to need 1 more than that. If they want to end it, obviously cannot allow any runs either. Any red jerseys that touch the plate add a run to that total. The first pitch outside. And Gonzalez, who started this game, still in this game through 5 innings. That one popped out up into right field, and the catch is made. Andres Jimenez flies out to right. And that is how the beginning of the 6th starts for West New York. Just base runners in general have been a struggle of these last few innings. Scoring a run in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and nothing since then. No even real opportunities to score since then, besides a runner in scoring position in the 4th. That one, a bunt down the 3rd baseline. Absolutely beautiful. Barehanded, and Lopez makes the catch way off the first base bag. Alvaro would have been safe by a mile anyways. And that ball thrown back to the pitcher's mound, and now a runner to worry about over on first. The tying run now stands in the lefty's batter's box. Carlos Lara, he scored a run earlier. Drew a walk, a couple steals, and a hit. Brought him home. Alvaro takes his lead. We've seen how non-hesitant North Bergen has been to pick off. Lara's going to try for second, and the throw way high. It likely would have had him, and Lara stepped off, but the tag not applied. It went over the head, caught by the shortstop backing up. And Lara, who could have just tapped second with his hand, decided to make things a little bit more complicated for himself. Touch it with his foot, standing up. And now a runner in scoring position. 180 feet away is the runner that would make this game 1 run. Carlos Lara is going to be the man trying to get him home. It's a 1-0 count here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Delivers the pitch high. The count 2-0. Base runners, no matter how they get them at this point, ever so vital. Normally, we would talk about how the base is empty over at first, but in no way would North Bergen want to put the tying run on the base paths. That one a swing and a miss from Lara. Put the count at 2-1. Memorial, 5 outs to go. The 2-1 count, down 2 with a runner on second. Pitch comes in. That one is going to be high as well. And Lara is 1 ball away from advancing to first and being the tying run on the base paths. North Bergen is going to take a second. Lara will step out. And some conversation happening now between the North Bergen coaches and the umpires. They're going to gather at the pitcher's mound to discuss. Unsure what this is about, as the North Bergen infield has a catch. Seemed to be about the count. And correction, the count not 3-1, but 2-2. So Lara down to his final strike of this at-bat. And not 1 ball away from walking. He'll swing, put that one behind the glove of the third baseman. And we are going to have runners on the corner as Lara singles into left field. Just escaping the infield by a matter of inches. And we have got a game on our hands. It's runners on the corners. The tying run stands on first base. North Bergen infield is going to converge at the pitcher's mound. They're going to discuss how they want to play this. I would assume you wouldn't go with an infield in strategy. That run on third matters a whole lot less than the run on first does. The count will reset. Again, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Memorial trailing by 2 runs, but 2 runners exist on the base paths. Don't be at all surprised if they try to swipe second here and try the Little League type of play where if they steal over, Alvaro heads for home. Laura jogs back over. We've talked about how unhesitant the Bruins are at checking on their runners, making sure they're okay. That's been consequential only once, where it got by Lopez on first and runners advanced. And now Angel Castano, the pitcher who has done a fabulous job so far, steps in the box, showing bunt, pulls it back, and that one's low. Runners stay where they are. Laura stays where he is. That's the one to watch right now over on first base. Takes a lead. Thought about going, and he won't. Castano shows bunt again, pulls it back. This time it does find the zone. And the runners take their lead once more. That one finds the zone as well. Castano didn't show bunt on that pitch, just watched it go by, and the count now 1-2. Laura takes his lead. He's been extremely aggressive on the secondary once the pitch goes, but yet to steal. That one high. And Laura has to hurry back as there's threat of a back pick. No throw, though. Sets. The 2-2 comes in. Castano takes it high, and the count goes full. A chance for Memorial to pack the bases here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-2 count, 1 out. One of the biggest pitches we have seen so far today. The 3-2 on its way. That one's high, and the bases are loaded for Memorial. The winning run now stands on first in Angel Castano. The sophomore comes all the way back in the count, draws a walk. Amazing plate discipline from him. Didn't swing the bat once his entire at-bat, yet he stands on first base. Timeout is called. And one of the biggest at-bats so far. It's Rafael Fernandez, the sophomore, who stands at the plate. The North Bergen coach is having a little conversation with infield umpire. Seems they figured everything out. The corners are in. Nobody else is. And they're going to charge. Fernandez showed bunt. He'll pull it back. That pitch way high. Memorial's dugout showing more energy than they have all day. What a momentum swing this would be for them, not only in this game, but for this season. They're on a 2-game slide. Shows bunt again, pulls it back. That one, though, finds the zone. It was over 2.5 hours ago we saw first pitch. We're still playing here in West New York. Fernandez settles in. That pitch high. The count now 2-1. Obviously, with the bases loaded here, a walk forces in a run and puts the tying run only 90 feet away. This is the most crowded we've seen the base paths, as that one's driven out to center field. It should be caught. Runner tagging from third. The throw home is going to go all the way, not cut off, and runners are able to move up both to second and third. The tying run coming home and thrown out by a mile is Castano. He tried to go home on the throw over to second. And that is going to end the inning here. 1 run will score, but that's all. Memorial only able to convert 1. Possibly the least important run of all that stood on base. Memorial still down by one heading into the seventh. We're back here on WHIT heading in to the seventh inning, and unless Memorial is able to put up some runs in their half of the inning, this is the last time the Tigers will take the field. Castano remains on the mound. This is going to be his third inning up. Allowed 0 runs so far, 1 hit, and the first pitch dribbles over the second base bag. No one is there in time to cut it off. And like many so far, North Bergen has a hit to start off their inning. Runner stands on first. And how important it is more than ever that Memorials keeps the score where it is. 1 run, so much easier to come by than 2 or 3. Willie Morello now stepping up to the plate for the red and white. Castano delivers. That one chopped right over it. Head coach Danny Rivera standing on the third base side. He's okay, though. Count now 0-1. No outs and a runner on first here in the seventh inning. Castano sets the lefty as a clear view over towards first base. That one's going to be ripped into the outfield as well. Into left field, though, so no chance to go to third, but runners now on first and second to start off this seventh inning. Castano had some trouble that he inherited when he came into this inning with a runner on second. And no out. He's done it before. He has to do it now. And North Bergen going over their scorecard with the home plate umpire. As there's arms warming up in the Memorial bullpen in case Castano cannot get through this inning on his own. And he'll have a talk with his catcher before play resumes here. Sun finally starting to go down a bit. As we said, first pitch around 4:40. It's 7:12 right now. Cameron Perez is going to come in at second base as the pinch runner. One of the three players on the North Bergen roster with the last name Perez. We have no idea if they're related or not. Maybe two of them are. Maybe they're even triplets. Who knows? The pitch comes in. That is a bunt laid down on the third base side. They should have a play for an out at first, and they will. That's all they'll get, though. Runners move up to both second and third, and now two stand in scoring position here with one out in the seventh. The biggest defensive stand of the game for the Memorial Tigers needs to happen now. Angel Castano stands at the mound. He's through 2 1/3 without giving up a run, both earned or unearned. He can pitch in these situations. That one grounded. It sneaks through, and that is going to score a run here for North Bergen. He's going to try for second, and on the attempt for a double, slides in safe. The situation now stays the same. A runner on second and third, but this time a run crosses the plate. It's 6-4 now in favor of North Bergen, and a 3-game slide, all of them at home, is looking increasingly more likely as this inning goes on for the Memorial Tigers. Castano readies the infield in, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Count 0-1. One out still here in the top of the seventh. Castano is ready. The infield in, as I said, Memorial not wanting to give up any more runs if they have something to say about it. A third run, absolutely devastating at this point. They need to record 2 outs. A walk certainly wouldn't be horrible here, setting the double play in order. That one low. And the count now 2-1. Castano readies. Kicks. The pitch. Swung on. Grounded under the glove of Christian Cuevas in second base. They're going to send another run home. And the lead is now 4 for the North Bergen Bruins here. They drop 3 runs still with only 1 out here in the top of the seventh. And the door blown off of this game. It looked like Memorial was going to have another chance to bat with a smaller lead than this, but 4 is going to be the best case scenario, as Angel Castano still has 2 outs to grab before Memorial can head back to their dugout. Lucas Lopez now steps in. He grounds over to third. This could be 2. Gets 1. And he gets 2. Lopez trying to slide into first. Won't get there in time. And on a softly hit ground ball, Memorial turns a double play. We'll head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Memorial's last chance to tie this one up, down 4 runs. Christian Cuevas is going to lead off the bottom of the seventh here for the Tigers, who are in a 4-run deficit. 3 of those 4 runs coming in the top of the seventh. Memorial, one of their best chances to tie this game up last inning. Bases loaded with only 1 out, and they were only able to convert 1 run out of that. Now last chance, 3 outs and 4 runs is what Memorial has at their disposal. It's going to be Christian Cuevas to lead off the inning here for the Tigers. Last chance time to avoid what would be a 3-game skid if Memorial were to lose this game. It's the 3rd pitcher here of the game here for North Bergen. Aiden Rivera, the 5'7" and 145-pound sophomore, steps in hoping to close this game out, and his first pitch finds the strike zone. Cuevas down in the count early, 0-1. Rivera, he's thrown 67 pitches coming into today on the season. That's going to convert to 3 innings pitched, in which he's only allowed 1 earned run, making his ERA 2.33. That one misses the zone, though. Count moves to 1-1. Rivera delivers that one. Had some velo on it. That's going to be just high and out of the zone. Cuevas takes the lead in the count, 2-1. Rivera readies. Kicks the pitch. That one low. And Memorial, 1 pitch away from having their leadoff man on board. Base runners is really all that matters at this point. All of them count the same until the tying run comes aboard. Rivera, the 3-1, swung on and missed by Cuevas. That's going to load the count full. Cuevas, the chance to start off a rally that would certainly change the course of Memorial's season, a momentum-defining game. As Cuevas fouls the 3-2 off, we'll do it once more. The 3-2. Rivera holds the ball behind his back, puts it in his glove, kicks the pitch, swung and fouled back. Cuevas fighting in this one. Not ready to give up on this game are the Memorial Tigers, who, as we said, are going to need to cross 4 along the plate here in this bottom of the 7th to keep this game alive. The 3rd 3-2. That one's high. And Memorial showing signs of life here in the bottom of the 7th with a leadoff walk. Christian Cuevas, the leadoff hitter, gets on, and Danny Diaz is back at the plate, his 4th at-bat of the day, as this is Memorial's 4th cycle around. Aiden Rivera walks his first batter. And that pitch swung on and missed from Diaz. The fastball blows right by him. Rivera, that's only his 3rd walk so far of the season through the 3 innings he's pitched. And that one comes in high. Think about a back pick to Lopez, the first baseman. They won't do it, though. Cuevas gets back with plenty of time to spare. That one's outside the count, even at 1. Diaz, who certainly has an aura in that righty's batter's box, stands tall. Aiden Rivera delivers that one way high, and it looked like he lost control of it on the windup. Seemed like it had an arc that wouldn't really be seen on any normal pitch. That'll move the count to 2-1 in favor of Diaz. Takes that one, and it will just find the outside part of the plate. Count even 2-2. Rivera one strike away from his first strikeout on his second batter that he is facing. He'll step off. It's a reset. The momentum shifting even more in Memorial's favor if Diaz can find a way to get on base. Pops that one foul, and the count will stay at 2-2. That one, quite a hard bounce off the roof here in Miller Stadium. I climbed up the ladder of the roof last game. There's hundreds of balls that sit up there. No one has gone up yet to retrieve them. Rivera delivers. That one swung the third base side, and it's just foul. Just foul. I mean, a matter of inches, if it even is that, and what certainly would have been an infield hit for Danny Rivera. There would have been no time with the third baseman's momentum shifted towards the wall to make a competitive throw. And instead of first and second, the count stays at 2-2 after two consecutive foul balls. Still no outs here in the bottom of the second. Rivera delivers. That one swung on and missed. And Danny Diaz goes down swinging. Rivera has his first strikeout of the outing. We said it earlier, baseball, our game of inches, and what an impact those couple of inches would have had. We're looking at a completely different ball game if that is the scenario. But instead, man on first, one out, and Alexi Martinez is next to step up. Rivera readies. The pitch from his right arm does find the strike zone, a changeup from him. Cuevas not taking too big of a lead here. Him stealing wouldn't really impact this game much at all, as he's not the tying run. Martinez swings and misses at that one. And the count now 0-2. Memorial trying to do anything they can to stay alive at this point in the game. Martinez trying to find a way to get on base. That one just outside. And Martinez takes the count now 1-2. Runner. Again, that's Christian Cuevas standing on first. Lopez holding him on. That one's low as well. The count now even at 2-2. What a big at-bat this would be for Martinez if he could somehow work a walk out of what started as an 0-2 count. Rivera ready. From the stretch, Martinez is going to get one over the glove. And it just out into the outfield. Martinez has a single. And what would have been a game-ending double play if it was caught. Cuevas about halfway down the line by the time it hit the glove. But just skimming off. We said baseball just a few seconds ago, a game of inches. This time it goes in favor of the Tigers, who now have runners on first and second with one out, down 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Rivera's going to step off. Tosses the ball into his hand a couple times, takes a breather, and Pantaleon steps up. Pantaleon, he could bring this game to 1. Rivera, not the heaviest of velo on him. And his first pitch to Pantaleon, swinging an aggressive hack over to second base. This could be 2. 1 is at second. Pantaleon beats it out by a couple of seconds. And Memorial, now on that play, is down to their last out. Pantaleon Stands at 6'4" and extremely quick. That's the only reason why there wasn't really a competitive play over at first base. And with Pantaleon on first, Cuevas on third, Memorial cannot record another out for the rest of this game. Elion Grulon stands at the plate and he takes for strike one. The fans here, most of them on their feet. As Rivera sets from the stretch, that one is low. Count evens up. Excuse me, this is Andres Jimenez at the plate. The 1-1 from Aiden Rivera. As of now, the tying run is on deck. Alvaro Echeverria waits on the third base side, hoping he'll get a chance to tie this game. Rivera pitches. That one fouled off, and Memorial now finds themselves in a 2-2 count with 2 outs, down 4, 2 runners on. One more strike from Rivera, and it's all over. Memorial will suffer their third consecutive home loss in the span of 4 days. Rivera is ready. And a called strike 3. Jimenez watches it go by, and that is how we end things today in West New York. The Bruins take this game by a score of 8-4, and Memorial a third consecutive loss. We thank you all for watching. This is WHIT. I'm Caden Drummiller. Have a great night.